You should see my phone stand. I'm calling this the shoe cam. 2 shoes propped up. The sun is out and I'm not ready. I haven't even made it out of the tent yet. I did make coffee though. I can feel I'm a little poofy today. Like just everything in here is just kind of stuffed. So yeah. Today, not really a big day, 26 miles. But oh, we had a good thunderstorm last night, holy cow. And I got the rain fly up just in time. You can kind of see there's some raindrops up there too. Although there's no sign of the rain on the on the ground here, outside of my tent anyways. But that's why I'm sort of taking my time too. So if I put everything away, pack everything away, then it's not completely soaked. Oh, man, I could sleep till noon today. Man, that rainstorm last night just made everything full of sand and rock and stuff. I'll have to go set up my tent at home and hose it off or something.
There comes a time when the riding stops and everything starts to slow down and settle in. When the thing you worked so hard to live becomes something you carry. The last morning always feels different. Same motions, different weight, stuffing bags, shaking out the tent, and one more look around the camp, like I'm trying to memorize it with my eyes. And of course, one more cup of coffee, because some rituals don't belong to the trip, they belong to me.
I seriously came to love this AeroPress. It's like the best invention ever. Come in. Yeah, I believe I will not be leaving home without it again. I haven't quite figured out a system to effectively use it, but we'll get there. Yeah, you actually work. She got rained on last night, so I don't think that's preferred. Cheers. Oh, that second cup of coffee just hits differently. You know, and touching again on the subject of why do we bike pack, camp coffee has to make at least one appearance. So if you bike pack just to make coffee in the morning out here in the absolute middle of nowhere, I'm already a fan. Yeah, baby, here we go. Last 26 miles down to Green River, and and it looks pretty gorgeous. It's kind of crappy leaving the campsite this morning because it is the last night of camping, and yeah, a little bittersweet. Glad to be done, and sad it is done. So we'll have more adventures. But yeah, thank you. Great campsite. It wasn't quite epic. It was great.
I drop away from camp, and the world around me is still waking up.
It must have rained quite a bit more down here. It is soaking wet. I'm even picking up some mud on my tires. Oh, but that smell of wet sagebrush. Holy cow, does that smell good. Wow. Oh man, oh man. I'm gonna need to get some video of wet sagebrush. Because it all kind of just glows in the, or glistens in the sunlight. You know, I get so more out of this trip than I ever would have thought. Like, I can make a whole video just about the fauna, the flora, and nature out of this whole deal. There is so much here. It's insane. Like, what I'm looking at right now is water vapor evaporating out of the ground, and it's kind of in the shade, so it makes this super cool, like steamy looking effect across the road.
Somewhere along this ride, even the smallest things started to feel enormous. Not because they changed, but because I finally slowed down enough to notice. I used to think adventures was the big moments, the climbs, the storms, the wildlife, the suffering you laugh about later. But out here, the little details kept stealing the show. Rocks stacked like they're holding hands, red and white layers melting together like paint, time written in every broken edge. It's strange how far you have to go in order to remember how to see.
So I'm actually doing things a little differently today. I usually ride with chamois, and today, no chamois. What a refreshing feel that is. Holy cow. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
From my drone's perspective, I look small, almost imaginary. One rider, one line, crossing the whole lot of empty. But that's the point. Out here, you don't have to be loud to matter. You just have to keep moving.
That big rock is held on by this little one and all those little ones. I don't think I should be standing here for much longer. I don't think these little fly thingies are gonna show up on the camera, but there's like a gazillion of them just flying around my head, trying to get into any single hole they can find. They've been in my ears, that's why I put my hood back up. In my freaking nose, I can't breathe. They're just itty bitty white stuff. I don't know if they're a gnat or something, but oh boy are they annoying. Taking the shortcut. Road runs over there and then it kind of tweaks to the right and then meanders up the hill. Well, I've seen this little road. Little 2-track meets up and then we're going up that way.
There's a shooting range over here. People are shooting like crazy. I guess we are in the wild, wild west of Wyoming. Oh, it's so close I can almost smell it. Second to last hill. I've made it a decent ways. I got a little bit to go yet. Quarter mile, 138 feet, so not too bad. But it gets pretty steep. What did I say, 14% or something? So yeah, definitely not rideable. Not to me anyways. This really is the Wild West. Not the movie version, the quiet version. The one that doesn't perform for anyone. And then it's back to work. Pushing the bike up the second to last hill like it's trying to make sure I don't leave too easily. I can almost taste the finish line by now. I'm not gonna make this very long. There's a bunch of mosquitoes around me. The start is in sight, aka the finish line. So we have a little bit to go yet, but yeah, we're almost there. Can you believe it? There's Rock Springs. Oh, I can go for a burrito and a Coke right now. One last look before I drop all this elevation. Man, what a county. What a state. Both Wyoming and Utah. It's glorious. It's about the only word I can think of. Thank you both Wyoming and Utah for showing me your natural beauty. I do appreciate it. If there's any of you guys watching, please like and subscribe. And you guys that are not from Wyoming and Utah, if you want to see more of these adventures, stay tuned with mosquitoes and all. So hit that like button if you like the content and subscribe for future content. We will definitely keep biking. And I might throw in a couple gear reviews here and there, like this Osprey bag that I'm rocking on this trip. I'm really liking it. It's super cool. Not sponsored. I buy everything with my own money, and then I just give you guys my honest opinion about it. And it is my opinion. So, yeah. For the last time, before I head for flatter country in Minnesota. Guess what I just found? Snowy Peaks. Here for one last goodbye. See ya. Thank you, Utah, and thank you, Wyoming. Thanks for the wind and the silence, the hard miles, the soft mornings, and for letting me see what happens in the bowels of the West, where the land doesn't care who you are, but it still teaches you anyways. Didn't see that was one coming. Holy cow. Almost didn't make the corner down here. Good grief. What's up with these uphills? I just want to go down. The descent feels like a release, like the land finally giving something back. This trip taught me that discomfort isn't the enemy. Sometimes it's the doorway, that I'm capable of more than what my mind likes to admit. That quiet can be fuel. That solitude doesn't have to be lonely, it can be clarifying. Nice. And maybe that's what I was really chasing the whole time. Not miles, but proof. There's the Green River. in all of her glory. We're just taking the scenic route. Green River. Man, it's going that way. Dewald, as jy eendag jou doelsas het, sal ek jou hiernatoe bring. Hierdie klowe hierso is so besmet met dingespaadjies. Single track. Kyk of ek half jou kan inzoom. Daar so rond kan jy sien. Loop hier na 10 die klif af. Gaat hy daar uit. Ek weet nie waar fokkel eindig nie, maar ja, Green River, Wyoming. Met 'n dualsas. Nee wat, hier gaat ons 'n week speel, hoor ek sê jou. We're on the very last hill. 1.5 miles. And then it's all downtown. Downhill from there, I think. Well, no. Because I drop shot by the river. And then I got to bike back up to the hotel. So the hotel is like uphill. Oh well. It's getting toasty out here. My lips are super dry. But yeah, alright, I'll see you when I get done with this. And just like that, we are back in Green River. Crossing the Green River here now. If my legs will do it. Gonna be biking next to it for the next little bit here on the Green River Green Beltway, which will be kind of cool. Look at this little fancy swing bench. And then you look at the freaking view. Man, that feels good. Green River meets me with shade and water and pathways that almost feels luxurious after days of dust. I'm still on course. Garmin threads me through the ball fields and suddenly I'm staring at the greenest. A sign said for the health of athletes, no dogs on grass. Oh, I probably shouldn't do that. There's a drone in that bag. Most inviting patch of grass I've seen in days. I lay down like I've just discovered a new element. And for a few minutes, I let the ride catch up to me. Kinda sorta good to be done. I haven't came to terms what I did. And I haven't figured out how. I have to take a minute just to kind of soak in this beauty too. Even though I just biked 230 miles, there's some beauty right here in Green River. Very, very nice. I should probably keep going. I'm getting lazier by the second. And I would very much like a shower. It's been 3 days. I like this. There's a couple bikers up there. Just met a couple dog moms behind me here. So peaceful. This town surprised me. Concrete paths, then wood boardwalks treated with pine or cedar running along the river like a ribbon. After so much wide open nothing, this almost feels like a soft landing. I climbed up to the gas station, one last little sting, and finally get what I've been craving since Dutch John, chocolate milk. And somewhere between the sugar and the relief, I realize if I want this to become more than a hobby, I've got to tell the story and invite people into it. Not just ride the miles, but actually build the campfire.
Just promoting myself. I feel it's just awkward. Trying to tell people, like, yeah, if you want to see more, go check out my YouTube channel. So I can say it on here because there's nobody looking back at me. But saying it to somebody's face, I don't know, it feels weird. But yeah, like I said, that's something I gotta work on. So yeah, I made it just in time for that headwind to kick up. Little Bear Motel. You guys want to do this loop? I highly recommend Little Bear Motel. Guess what? We're back at the hotel. Can you freaking believe it? My butt is sore, I'm thirsty, and I need a shower, but man, was it a fun loop. Wow. Super hard times. Like pushing my bike up that freaking, was it 12 or 15% grade? Or through all the sandy sections. Crawling up in first gear up in Sheep's Creek Canyon, but having all that rock and trees to look at. Oh, mind-blowing, I tell you. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can check in or what the scoop is here, and then if not, I can always pull the bike apart, put it in the car, and be ready for in the morning. I guess if you watched this far, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. If you like this type of content, make sure you give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more of me huffing for air while I'm very unfit to do these bikepacking adventures.
And just like that, the finish line isn't loud, it's not fireworks or fanfare. It's a quiet parking lot, dusty gear, and the strange stillness that follows a big effort. There comes a time when the riding stops and the memories begin. Over 6 days, this land gave me more than miles. It gave me silence that reset my mind, wind that tested my patience, storms that kept me honest, and moments so small, like the fog lifting off of the road, wildflowers in the sage,
This could be my everyday
that
life.
somehow ended up feeling like the whole point. If you've watched all 6 parts, thank you. Seriously, this story exists because you were here to receive it. If you had any favorite parts in this series, comment them down below. I would love to know what stayed with you throughout. And as with all goodbyes, until the next one, keep chasing quiet roads, follow the light, and when life gets too loud, go find a place where the stars can hear you.